back to the report. It is time to tackle a viewer question in our Genesis Science Q&A. This week's submission comes from Max on Facebook, who asks, is there a ready answer for the evolutionists who point to the endogenous retroviruses, ERVs, shared uniquely by humans and great apes as genetic evidence of common ancestry? Max, thanks for the question. So simplistically, these retroviruses can basically splice in little bits of RNA into our genes. And in some cases, we do find similar bits and pieces in apes. But I believe that it's far less than 1% of human ERVs are found in the same corresponding spot in ape counterparts. And that's kind of a small number. So is it really significant to have this argument? Now, we should also remember that there are areas of similar genetic makeup between us and apes. But what does that mean? It means that basically we and apes both have two eyes. We've got mammary glands, many of the same bones, right? A lot of different similarities, but those similarities probably make it easier for an ERV to affect both humans and apes. That doesn't mean that common ancestry is the answer. It just means that we have a common designer who used some similar designs between us and apes. And let's remember that if both apes and humans have been evolving for hundreds of thousands of years, why aren't our genomes completely pockmarked from beginning to end with all of these bits and pieces of inserted codes, especially the ones that aren't super harmful or aren't completely deadly? Those would stack up over time and continue to basically infect all of human population until we would basically be mutants and couldn't survive. The remnants of these things should just stack up more and more over time. But think about this now. If our genome only began about 6,000 years ago, let's say, and it's been headed downhill ever since, well, it explains a lot about the state of humanity and our genes and our current amount of mutations and gene splices that we find. Now, we love connecting with our viewers, so I want you to remember to keep these questions coming. You can share them with us on social media or via email. Just email comments@genesissciencenetwork.com. For those interested in this week's Q&A topic, be sure to check out this week's featured resource, Debunking Human Evolution Taught in Our Public Schools. Now, written by Dr. Dan Biddle, by David Bisbee and Jerry Bergman, this book is designed to equip high school and college students with the tools to defend their faith against the evolutionary theory presented in many public school classrooms. Inside, you will find a detailed examination of critical topics, including the differences between humans and apes, the typical ape-to-human progressions that are taught in most textbooks, and even the problematic ideas of vestigial structures, features that were once thought to be useless, but now we know they all have purpose. The authors, two of them who are dear friends of mine, colleagues, they tackle DNA similarities, they tackle race, the overwhelming evidence of over-design in biology. And one of the book's key goals is to show how Christian students can stand firm in their beliefs while navigating evolution-based teachings, which is becoming so common and such a struggle today. It offers a fresh perspective on human origins, once rooted in biblical authority, and the idea of a recent creation. So for any student facing the pressure of evolutionary theory in the classroom, I would recommend it. Debunking Human Evolution. It's an essential resource. You can find your copy by visiting the Creation Superstore or online at creationsuperstore.com.